Hi everyone, we're here live to talk with you today about some operational matters for our work on the remote learning sessions, and just want to talk to you about that. We've had a great day today with the staff working in remote learning situations and working on their teams and doing meetings there all day and preparing work ready for the students to start with tomorrow and into term 2. So we're looking tomorrow for the day, and it would be great for students tomorrow to probably have a good look at, make sure their OneNotes are there and up and running, and they've got their material there. Their computers are fully charged and it's in a great spot. They've got their organisation of where they're going to be in the class, in their home, and what's happening there as we're going. Make sure that you've had a look at your timetable. So we're running the same sort of timetable as we would run normally, so the periods will be there. But what we are suggesting, and we'll send something out to people very quickly via email and by Compass posts, that we're suggesting that period 1 would start at 9 o'clock and would go for about an hour till about 10 o'clock. So just 2 half-hour sessions, 1A, 1B, and work about that. And then you'd have a snack time of about an hour, so there's time to get out and have something to eat and walk around and do something there. And then period 2 for 2 half-hour, 2A, 2B, running from 11 till 12 o'clock. Then at 12 o'clock, we'll stop for an hour and a half. And in that hour and a half, you could have your lunch. And we're hoping that in that time, people will also have a look at the material for doing some actual physical activity. So we're suggesting, and the department's suggesting, we do half an hour of physical activity every day. So we'll work on that there, and hopefully that's a really great time for you to be able to do some work and have some lunch, have some time down and to do some activity there. And then back at 1:30 to do another hour session till 2:30. So period 3 and 4 for half an hour each of those sessions there. And then have a snack time for half an hour, 2:30 till 3 o'clock again. I know some of us are eating too much, but that's all right. You don't have to have an unhealthy food snack. You could have a really healthy food snack, a handful of raisins or nuts, if that's what your thing is. But then go on and do sort of half an hour then from 3 till 3:30, doing something about the reading project, or perhaps about looking at the Literacy for Learning program, or the film project. We're suggesting that students could produce a short film. So all that material is in the student and parent handbook, and we'll send out another copy of that and load that up onto the Compass, and that's up there with all that material there for you. So if you're looking at that, that'd be really great in that sort of way. The other thing, of course, is that we've been having lots of camps and excursions which were going to go. So there are no camps or excursions that are running now, and the office is sorting out refunds and what's happening with those programs. So will be refunds given out for those programs, and they'll be set up into your system. And you'll hear something from the general office team about what's happening with those things there. So that'll be really good if that's great. And then for the various camps, the production camp, for instance, will be a refund. There is one for the Northern Territory has been out already, and there will hopefully be one for the New York tour coming out soon. So those sort of processes will be going through there. If you're looking for your lockers, as we said in the email, this week from between 9 and 3, so from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m, you can come on site. The locker bays will be open. You don't need to sign in or do anything. If you're just coming to look at your locker, get material out, great. Come on site, go to your locker, get the material out, and then go back home again. A bit like you're going to do your shopping or something like that. It's an essential item for your school work. You need to come, get the material out of your locker. You might like to totally clean out your locker or take all the material there and do that. So if you need to do that, that'd be great. There's no problem there. IT support, similarly, for IT support, we're suggesting if you can get onto Freshdeck, you can do that and work on that material. But if you are just wanting some IT support, for instance, your computer's broken or something has happened there and you've got a laptop from the school, then you can come up and see the IT support team there, available again between 9 and 4 p.m. each day, and there'll be somebody there who can assist you and work out what's going to go on. If you're, as somebody has asked, if your laptop has actually been broken and you can't, you've got your own laptop and you can't get another one, then send through to email through to myself at lew@wanturnacollege.vic.edu.au. So the normal email, you can get on to Compass and send something through to me, and we will sort something out. Some of you will have to come up at school and we can lend you a laptop in that sort of way. There are a number of people who answered the survey who are having problems with their internet. They don't have internet at home, and we will be putting those people's names forward to the department, and they'll be looking at sorting that out and working on their laptop and doing that sort of work there. So we'll be working on that and doing that, and I'll be putting those through, and hopefully some dongles or other material will be there. Somebody's asked a question with respect to VCAL students. VCAL students will be doing their work in their normal days, and they'll be normally would have been doing their VET program. So if they haven't heard anything from their VET program, I know that one of the VET institutions is saying they're not starting until towards the end of April. So I'll take that one on advisement and see what's going on. But basically, you need to contact that particular institution and see what they're doing in that work there. Some are saying they can come in, so that's great there. If your child is sick and can't do the work, that's okay. They need to try and catch up. A lot of the material, for instance, the material on the live stream will be recorded, and you'll be able to look at that later, or you'll be able to get the material on Compass. A bit like when the child is normally sick, they would go back and look at what was on Compass, what was going on. They can email the teacher, or they can contact them through Compass, and they can get that information there. So that's okay. You can do that. There'll be plenty of time to be able to catch up on that in that way. With the program, it's only for half an hour for each of those periods, so we're not expecting that students will get through all that material that they would normally do. That's not an expectation that we have, so we'll keep working on getting that through and doing that sort of material there. If you've left your laptop at school, then you'll need to come up to school and get it from school. If you can't get that through by some way, we'll have to try and sort out something in that way. So you might need to email individually about that and go and do that. There's not a phone number for the IT technicians, really. We prefer people to do email them, please, on Fresh Desk. So that's just type in Fresh Desk in your school email, and that'll come up with a link there. And they can go to Fresh Desk and they can do that work there. You can get onto your school email through a range of different services there. The VET Spanish was a normal class, and they'll be running tomorrow. That's run through school, so it's just a normal class there. We'll run that there tomorrow, and it is there. The various teachers with setting up their live programs, they'll be doing that through the medium of the Teams, Microsoft Teams, and they'll be sending out an email or a communication on Compass as to when they'll be doing that. So have a look at that there for the Teams material, and they'll be setting that up and telling you when you'll be doing that if you want to. The other thing that we are doing is we're looking at sorting out how we can do the library and what will happen in the library scenario. So we're trying to sort out something so that the students can come up and get some books that they'd like to use from the library. And so we'll sort that out and sort that out as we go along in that way. So that's our material there, and we're doing that. So hopefully we'll be working on those materials, those things for the next couple of weeks. That's basically the structure for the start of the week and going in that way. Hope you'll be able to work really well on your team session. And if there's any other questions, otherwise I'll just basically say that's the end of our session for today. There are, as I said, with just looking again at these questions, the teachers are providing live questions. As I said, it'll be on Compass, it'll be on an email to the students and sort that out. So if you have a look at your Compass feed, each class has a Compass feed. Hopefully we'll be able to produce some material on there, but staff will be telling you what you can do and how to get onto that there. And work on that there. Are there any other questions? I'll just wait for a second. The school is registering the Premier's Reading Challenge, and there'll be material on that as well. So that'll be happening. Kiosk excursions are cancelled as well. Yes, kiosk is going to try and do some live learning and some remote learning sessions as well. But we haven't quite worked out how they're going. So when they get to set that up for us, we'll be working with them as well in that way. Yes, Swinburne is closed for the next 2 weeks. I know Swinburne is closed for 2 weeks, so their staff can get on and do their online remote learning and sort out how they're doing that. And when they come back up, they'll be ready to go there. So they'll be working in that. And Leanne, who's there down at the kiosk, is saying that she's helping out. They're doing some live learning, so that's really great in that way. Thanks very much for coming on. I hope some other people can do there. Yep, they will be able to catch up. Certainly students will be able to catch up on their work in term 2. And remembering that at this point in time, it is suggested that the Year 12 exams will be delayed to sometime in December. I've been reading the work on the material on the have been on the papers and the newspapers and the feeds from various organisations, and so that's about as much as I know as you do. But we'll be telling people about that as we know. But it will be delayed, so people will be able to catch up and we'll be able to work on that. Hopefully, when we'll be going back, but we'll see how we go and work on that way there. Thanks very much for that, and we'll finish the live chat now. Thank you.